Welcome back to a consistent Tuesday, shocking everyone. I say consistent. Our last session was on the 3rd. Yeah, so or on the 2nd. So we weren't too far off. I'll take it.
That's
Uh,
No
Tuesday for
comment.
you.
yeah, we just missed one week. That ain't too terrible. Yeah. So last time we left off, we
Everyone was dying.
Yeah, everyone had come back post big fight. The party was not in favor of the big scary monster that attacked Floor Snap. And so they all complained to the DM, pushing the DM to be smart about it, and now has become more conniving with his monsters going forward and his setups to combat, which is probably going to now see the end of the party's life here very shortly, as well as Floor Snap crying at the party, asking why they took away the trump card the party had built. But I digress. We're going to make sure everyone has a good time, and everyone is equally challenged in a horrific way going forward. So, however, as the party had come out of the combat, fighting a bunch of aboleths and a very large and terrifying monster-like aberration creature, the party spent the next little bit gathering up the bodies as well as going through the loot, having gained Sin's Wail and Stone's Forgiveness, two great swords that had the one of them which had the design of the clans of the crab of the samurai clans amongst the mortal plane. The party, being ecstatic about the two items, kind of divvied them up between, and therefore, with Florship also taking the legendary frying pan for himself, the party decided to continue on with their adventure, splitting the rest of the general loot into their chests that they had brought with them. The party, from there, taking their wagon, continued on for about another, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks roughly. I think it was 4 weeks to be exact. And found themselves finding another junction of the circle. One of the large market junctions that had many of the merchants kind of going about their business. Here, the party would run into their most interesting NPC, meeting with Goose himself, and totally not at all becoming nervous by his interest and intrigue into the party, as well as him seemingly following around Floorsnap, though mistaking Floorsnap for a frog folk or a toad folk, I can't remember which. Regardless, not recognizing Azurus and seemingly not neither with Vicaret. Goose would end up selling them the item he was using to track Floorsnap and heading off on his own, as well as I believe giving the teardrop necklace to Azurus that he had found or that he had taken with him.
No, my grandson stole it from him.
Oh, that's right. That is right. I remember the sleight of hand check. As Goose left, yes. But as Goose left, leaving the party there to investigate further, that pretty much rounded out session as the party decided that there wasn't much in the markets they were interested in due to the fact that many of the merchants they had seen previously and were curious to continue on their way to the city of Lust. However, as the party spent their downtime, which I believe we've already dealt with, so fantastic. I don't think we have anything to worry as far as that goes. The party ended up with about 4 more weeks of relaxation, kicking back, and not really getting up to anything. So, and that brings us to exactly the intro as we return back for the Cryptic Cabal Tuesday Terrors Season 2, Session 55, The City That Wants You. Last known year was 65,008, an unknown month and an unknown day. Current time spent in Moors, 9 weeks and 3 days. And yeah, we return back to the party having reached the outskirts of the city of Lust itself. Having gotten through the large gateway during their time, or during their downtime. A massive gate that was decorated with many exorbitant individuals and their members prominently being depicted in different ways, positions, designs. As you found yourselves kind of guided up the main road that went from a rough kind of hewn stone and cobblestones kind of set to the best to make a road to marble flat like stones that seem to smoothly ride out as you begin to move, kind of run over them with the wagon. The bumpiness kind of almost vanishing entirely, thankfully, as the aboliths are still being processed in the background. But as you lot kind of came through the massive gate, seeing the lady herself, the grand. Wait, hold up. Is that did I forget to write my name? Oh, Lady Cupidus. There we go. Lady Cupidus designed into the golden gates that seemed to open. Succubus and Incubus guards kind of watching as they opened up the gates for you lot to pass through, waving you through as the last page kind of showed them some paperwork that he seemed to present from his bag of holding. Then the guards waving you lot through with really no issue. You can see out. Now, most of the land looks to be a wasteland of nothing but flat, very short, grassy fields with what look to be lakes kind of spread throughout for miles, all in flat, kind of minor, small hills that are maybe like 3 or 4 feet up off the ground. It is otherwise almost like the scene or the depiction of what the Courage the Cowardly Dog would kind of saw out. It just looks eerily simple, calm, and dead out there. But as you look towards the road and where it goes, you see this massive city with lights strobing, different colors, the sounds of music kind of playing and emanating from the city itself. Massive buildings made of marble, basalt, slate. The Give me a second. The walls themselves glimmering with a death ore, almost completely solid with this blue brick coloration. Guards kind of walking up and down in these strange attires, not full plate or leather, but straps that do not obscure, but rather seem to emphasize the curves of individuals of all shapes and sizes. As you lot kind of follow the pathway with the other merchants kind of going that direction in your wagon, you have a moment before you'll get to the city gates. Do you want to do anything or say anything?
Yes. Uncle, I still have the dead 5 aboleth bodies in my bag. Where are we going to sell them?
Well, you want. Let's enter in style.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that it's entirely proper that people don't know that we annihilated an entire subspecies of aboleth. I just kind of like motion and like people kind of just get up on like the telekinetic event and just spread the bodies out and pretend like we're just riding them like surfboards into town.
All right.
One extra following us.
Yeah. Zurus, are you cool with suddenly being floated onto a floating dead aboleth, like a surfboard?
I'm chill.
All right. Cool. As Floor Snap, go ahead and give me a concentration check, Floor Snap, to see how effective this comes out.
Supernatural, so I don't technically need to.
I understand what you're. I'm not implying to the idea of the effect being failing or succeeding. I'm just implying to the success rate.
Fair enough. Second, let me.
In a sense, how good are you at fine tuning? Do you have the delicate hands of a Dutch masseuse, or the hands of a first-time boyfriend trying to pull off a bra? Let's see.
Why's it got to be Dutch?
Because the Dutch are famous for their massages.
No, it's the Swedish.
Oh, is it the Swedish?
32.
Oh, my bad. 32. Yeah. Not for a lack of effort. Surprisingly, Floor Snap has a pretty delicate touch, keeping pace with the wagon at a slow pace as you lot kind of surf around it. Yeah. As merchants kind of shout out and looking up in excitement and surprise, one of them kind of stands up behind you, his blue fur kind of glimmering as it does, his stick kind of horrendous looking as it's filled with pieces of monster parts. As he looked up, the 2 eyes and the staff seemingly kind of following you as well, and he shouts up, "I knew those things were butt bugs!"
Fucking Ned, no! No!
I yell back, "Wanna buy one?"
see him look up at you as he watches you kind of fly by on surfing on one, and he kind of like looks about again. Goes, no. Kind of like gets back down into his wagon, kind of watching you eerily as he like holds his staff closer to him and stares at you.
That guy's fucking weird.
As you say this, Floor Snap, you see as he had almost a strange-looking snake kind of comes out from behind the wagon, or from inside this dude's wagon, all chopped up and looking like the creature has just seen the worst kind of battle scars and wounds. And it seems to like its flesh kind of crinkles as the wounds open, and you can see into its spine where the like it's been cut and torn into, and it seems to kind of like necrotically wrap itself around the figure as he kind of curls down back to his seat and just watches you all.
Oh, that's so sad.
Exit vents row.
He shouts
It's the only
out.
thing that makes sense.
He shouts
No,
out and goes,
This
"You
is
lot
what
are
happened to Ice.
you lot aren't part of the Patter family, are you?"
The who?
Nothing. As he sits back down.
Well, I just kind of like slowly narrow. I was like,
Ned, no.
I will say, as you look over at him, Floor Snap, a little bit closer, he has a lot of small, like, holes in his armor that, as you notice, are almost identical to what Magic Missile usually does for when it hits someone and pierces through them. And as you kind of count in the background, there's almost 200 holes poked into him. There's more hole than flesh.
At two.
he just looks like Swiss cheese.
Yes, as the gang goes, Ned got 1920s mafiosoed in the bathroom by 4 wizards with Tommy guns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were called the Patter family for the pattern they left in his chest. It's true. He definitely did. As far as it goes, he kind of watches you lot as you continue surfing around. The merchants kind of seem to watch in awe and surprise. Guards kind of eyeing you warily from the walls.
Well, this is terrible for longevity's sake, but you did establish something last session that I can't ignore, so off we go to bug a former player character.
Who?
I just draw up ominously upon the Nedward.
As you go behind and towards his wagon, who's right behind you, kind of looks up at you eerily and goes with a worry. His white snake kind of suddenly uncurling itself as you can hear the flesh kind of snapping and pulling itself together as it smacks away, and the creature kind of looks up at you, its eyes dull as it glares aggressively. You give me a will save, Fuller Snap.
Immune to frightful presence, if that's the
It
one.
is not fight from peasants.
Fair enough.
I assumed all of you are at this point, I'll be honest.
No, you'd be
But nope.
surprised.
Are you not? Oh, okay, I'll keep that in mind for Azurus. And more.
I'm
You
actually
literally
the
got us in the
opposite.
last session.
That's
What are you
true.
talking
That's
about?
true.
Yeah, I did
Yep.
have to emergency bail them
Yeah,
out.
and I'm also the opposite of that.
Oh, okay. That's right, because yours is the, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. Hey, it reflects your own actions, not mine.
It's 26.
26. Alright. As you hear in your mind a almost serpent-like sounding voice of a raging inferno as it speaks, "Stay away from my soul. This one, it belongs to me."
Does it sound familiar?
Give me either an intelligence or a knowledge history.
History we go. 23.
23. Give me a second, I'm thinking here. No, you have not heard this voice before.
It's not the same guy that sent us to hell.
No.
That's neat. So we do know that that's not Alfred Stone that sent us to hell, at least.
Correct. As Flush that Pat stops, seeing the symbol of Halford Stone kind of on Ned's chest as a pendant, kind of glimmering as it does. The ice kind of glaring at him as you put together that the snake is the one casting and seemingly telepathically communicating with you.
I just gotta like give like the snake like I guess all floor snap smiles at this point are just fucking creepy, but you know, I respond to him in the speech of the Buffonian state. I'm not interested in his soul. I'm not a god. I don't care for those.
As you say this, you watch as the two large centipede creatures that are kind of pulling Ned's cart seem to suddenly pull away. Their red scales or carapace kind of glimmering as it does. Their antennas kind of shooting up as they kind of pull away from you as you speak. And the cart kind of turns. Ned looks up and goes, I don't know what you're saying, but you need to stop speaking the funky tree languages.
Very well. I can only surmise that you're new here.
Yeah, I just died.
Fascinating that. You said something about the Patters. They're...
A bunch of bastards.
I would tend to agree. Tell me, what circumstance did you find yourself meeting them?
Well, it is an innocent character. He kind of looks at you and goes, well, you see, I didn't want to meet him, but we were in this thing, this undead place. Me and my buddy Kesdenok, Dom Nander, but I call him Dom. And he kind of thinks for a second and goes, another person, and then we were with a Patter. I guess they died to the forest giant that we were fighting, and he then turned and raised them up, and then their corpse was taken off. Apparently, we got blamed for that. And then he kind of looks and goes, and then my friend, Eider, he goes and turns one of them into a giant buffalo, and now they think we killed the buffalo. All I know, next thing, I'm in the bath, in the shitter. First time I've used one indoors, I told them they're dangerous. No one in the party believed me. And then what do you know, suddenly the whole door explodes and then I'm here. Those shitters are dangerous. Kind of looks over at Warren, nods, and goes, I didn't have the burrito, I had the dragon stew. It was delicious.
Where was this place that you met them all?
Raisla.
And sounds like it all happened so quickly. I imagine you don't have much of a recollection of any of these circumstances, do you?
Yes, my stomach started grumbling. My butt started hurting. I thought a butt bug was trying to grab me from the chair, and so I kind of stood up. I told my friends I'd be right back, and to just wait for me. And I walked into the bathroom that the nice lady at the front desk said to go to. And then next thing I know, I'm sitting there on this, I guess, marble object. It had water in it. It shot water up my bunghole. It was a weird feeling. I wasn't too excited about that part. But once it was done, I mean, I just let loose, and then I'm pretty sure the bathroom attacked me for it.
I just gotta like nod politely and just like have started tuning him out as he starts just kind of babbling.
The butt plug stuff. I think they crawled up, and that's what that was. Explosiveness. I think I caught something. As he kind of continues on.
Like fucking
There's like-
Forrest Gump. Something bit me.
I was like, yes, that's nice. And I just like start floating away like in the middle of him talking.
Oh man.
Okay. Have a nice day, Mr. Frogman.
You too.
Be careful of bathrooms.
Be careful of your snake.
kind of looks down at he's still like eyeing you with its undead like this body, and kind of as Ned kind of pets it and goes, he doesn't understand how cute you are. You watch as he kind of pets the snake and like scales rip off, bits of flesh kind of pull, little bits of blood kind of reopen from sores.
Damn, this is very sad to see.
Uh-huh.
But it's the level of self-preservation I have learned to expect from Ned, yeah.
So Ned, this is one of the better options for death. I want you to know that, Zeus. This is what happens when you worship a god and they don't have a domain to take you to when you die.
I suppose. I guess it's better than like the abyss or something.
That's true. That's true. But as you continue surfing about, is there anything else that you'd like to do as you guys continue to move forward in the line?
I hear Purgatory is a nice time this year.
No, because Purgatory's allegory, I think, is limbo, and that place is fucked.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was being facetious, Uncle.
You're always being facetious. I swear to God.
It's fecal something.
Ye be always jesting, Wara.
Oh.
Well, it's better than facing the reality that we're seeing right now.
Aye, that's true.
Swar waves his hand out, and you see, like, you start to realize the other souls that are here, that, you know, many of them still having their coins on them, but their body's not looking at all good in this sector of hell. Many of them seemingly, like, either blown up, pieces missing, horrific looking, or just old. The few that are, you know, seem to have passed in their sleep are the few that here and there that you catch that seem to show no outer wounds. But as you continue heading forward, eventually you get up to the point up to the gate, where the guards kind of wave you through. As the last page kind of points up to the floating obelisk, and the guards kind of give a kind of nervous sweat and glance up at the three of you, and just kind of hand back the papers as they wave you through without really any question. I
wave back when they wave.
As you do. The guard looks up at you confused, as he was not waving at you, but trying to guide you through, and just kind of, like, looks at you, looks at his hand, looks at you again, and then blows you a kiss. Give me a will save. Welcome to the city of misunderstandings. I hope you enjoy Diddy Lube.
No, not the Diddy! Not the baby oil!
It's gonna be everywhere.
It's Diddy Lou and his wyvern oil! Get out! Get out now!
30-20.
Dirty 20. You do succeed, but you do feel a pull on your mind slightly as he seems to wink at you seductively.
No. Actually, hey, where's the old goblin from the brothel?
Good question.
Who scratches his butt and it all gushes out?
Go, Dora.
Uncle, what does it mean when he winks at me?
Well, no, I don't have a penis.
Florstep thinking back to how his people reproduce, of like eggs being carried on their backs in spawning pools and then popping them out ferociously in a painful manner.
The circle of life.
So inefficient for how these people do it nowadays.
God, they have to stick around and be parents. The fuck is that?
You just pop a couple eggs into a bowl of soup with your bros, and then you all take off. And 20 years later, these kids pop up, and they know you, and that's it. It's great. Oh man, but no. As you lot kind of walk in, the smell of the city being strong with the scent of sex in the air, the smell of lubricants heavily kind of exuding everywhere. It is a city of excess, and the strong scent of drugs are pretty much heavily going through the air. I do need a fortitude save from all three of you, and it does not matter if you're poison immune. As these goes beyond the mortal concepts of poison.
Fortitude time.
Let's see who's going to be high. Oh, Floorsnap's going to be stoned as fuck. Wara has succeeded.
Oh, my fortitude is a plus 16.
Yeah, alright. So, you know, For once, it works out, as Floor Snap is the only one who feels the effects of these strong drugs in the air. You will have a -2 to all will saves. You also will be required while in the city to double of what your normal appetite is.
Outside of what?
Anything. Well, food. It's food related.
Okay.
Yes. Fair question. As you walk in, the sides of the roads, where as many cities carry or have like waterways that lead like pour into their sewers, and many of them have like small fish or critters kind of living in them to keep the waterways clean and allowing for people to kind of use them as needed. Here, as you look in the waterways, they are made with this golden resin that, as you kind of like dip your finger down into it, you notice that it seems to almost feel like a lubricant as you pull it back, and it seems to glide down your hand naturally, covering it in this thin slime-like material. As you kind of look at it for a moment, it begins to grow eyes and a core that seems to kind of pull itself off of your hand, and then kind of plop off and go back into the liquid on the sides, dissipating once more. Yes, this is the self-removing lubricant ooze. Next, the town, as you start kind of walking through, with the music kind of blaring from every inn, every shop, almost every building. The sounds, the smells are almost intoxicatingly strong, loud, and people seem to be boisterous as you walk through. In the windows, you can see red lights blaring and shining as individuals kind of seem to strip down and dance for people in almost a full sign of ecstasy and pleasure. On the streets, individuals grab each other and pull each other into corners and alleys where others can't see fully what's going on, as you hear the sounds of vicious lovemaking going on in the background. This city is a overwhelming push on the senses for even the most stoic of individuals, we'll call it. As you begin walking through.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No, I just realized I have the scent ability.
You smell everything.
Oh
You
God.
can taste it at range.
Ugh.
Man, I didn't know oozes and devils could make love, and it tasted. Why does it taste like fucking flambe?
Why does it taste like licorice? Ugh.
I'm never gonna do that. Yeah, I was just saying, Laura's never gonna look at a lot of foods again the same way after today.
Thankfully, Warren doesn't have to eat.
It's true. Oh man. But yeah, as you guys start walking through the city, so you do come to the like entrance quarter that kind of splits off into the many districts and like areas. So the three main roads in the city kind of have signs that seem to split up, and they glimmer with the light spell as they do. One of them kind of slightly pulsating as it does. The first sign, kind of going to the north, reads the Vein Quarter. That seems to kind of flash with its red coloration as you see merchants kind of start to go that general direction. Looking kind of down there, you do notice many of the buildings look a little older, a little bit more kind of broken down, and the roads look to be a little bit more narrow as people walking, seem even this close to the entrance to the city, seem to be a little bit more dressed as you'd expect of a poorer common district, if you will, as individuals kind of walk about with patch clothing, as well as seemingly with the smell of cheaper drugs and cologne perfume kind of permeating from there. To the main street, and going to the east, you have the Ivory Arcade, which, as you look down, seems to be a long line of major merchants' shops. Stalls, seemingly kind of glimmering down each road, dotted about, selling all numerous types of things, as well as full buildings that seem to be stacked upon each other, like as massive businesses seem to just kind of slap staircases onto the sides of buildings to get people to go upstairs and up to the next level. It looks to be almost filled to the brim with merchants of all kinds, drugs, paraphernalia, items, weapons, poisons, alchemy, all sorts of things. And then lastly is the Hollow District. As you read the sign, and it seems to glimmer with a white light. As you see, some of the merchants seem to go that direction. Ned himself seems to kind of turn that way as he passes by you lot, kind of waving as he does, and kind of heads down the road. You do notice many of those kind of walking about seem to be looking almost emotionless as they kind of walk out of the Hollow District and back towards the gate where you guys just came from. Many of them seemingly, as you notice, not carrying their soul coins, kind of prompting you to realize that many of these people probably do not have them anymore. So which direction would you like to go? And I can type that out. Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, the safest is probably the Hollow District.
Can we sell our bodies there? I mean, the ones we're riding as surfboards? I corrected it very quickly. I added that caveat to it.
The moment of realization.
Man, was that a
halfway
hot
through.
fucking second?
Yeah.
Flora, stop contributing to the stink!
Oh my god. Yeah, possibly. If they're I want to find those that aren't more carnally inclined. I don't think we have any particular interest or business with them. Or if you do, then do it on your own fucking time. I'm not watching that weird shit.
You would say it that way, wouldn't you, Uncle? Good job.
What?
I certainly have no interest in the carnal desires.
Yep. So, my plan would be more to find those that use this place as a refuge for knowledge. The perversions not of the flesh, but of the mind.
I'd be inclined to agree. I'd be inclined to agree with you. I need some knowledge myself, as you know.
I just like slowly turn to my grandson. It's my guess that the Hollow District is more in line with that particular bent of passions.
Then to the Hollow District we go.
Oh, I was asking the last page.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was asking the last page if my guess is correct, and that the nerds probably live in the Hollow District.
Kind of looks up at you as he kind of pulls his nose out of a book he was reading, not at all paying attention to your guys' conversation. As he kind of looks up and kind of puts the book down, kind of rubs his glasses, and he goes, "Define nerds."
You.
Ah.
Let's be real. You.
So we're insulting me with a term I don't even understand. Okay, I assume by nerd you mean brilliant researchers and those interested in the scientific arts.
Sure.
Alright, he nods at that. Nerd than I am. It depends. It varies. The Hollow District is more for the stupid and the ill-inclined, often the servants of the elite. You may feel free to explore it, but many of those who inhabit it lose their emotions, not just their souls. Basically, they're fully stripped. Those like myself, I prefer the Ivory Arcade, as I like to peruse the bookstores, enjoying the many items that they sell, and also the sweet treats that often are found in libraries, as they don't mind if we enjoy messy items within the compounds of the book's area.
He makes it sound so dirty.
I just give like an arched eyebrow for a second. I was like, all right, well, I guess you can get your proverbial freak on to the Ivory Arcade then.
The last freak.
And Azarius kind of laughs under his breath. The last page looks back at him with like a death glare. Oh.
Sorry, I jest.
I will see your skull as a piece of paper here soon. I mean, yes, a jest. Yes, just a joke. as he kind of looks at you and kind of like clicks the reins again as the creatures begin to pull the wagon once more. Many of the people inside the city are kind of watching you lot as you continue surfing on the obelisks kind of around the wagon. As they kind of stare, some oohing, some eyeing, some in shock, some running away, others trying to grab hold of the tentacles and like rub them on themselves as trying to pull you down.
So some people are just committing suicide.
So some people are into it,
And necrophilia.
Death cakes.
To Floor Snap's even more greater irritation as one of his orbs goes flying at one of the individuals who tries to pull him down. They seem to scream in utter pleasure as their body implodes, and then they seem to reform moments later.
Damn.
1 moment.
This place is fucked up.
I'm begin testing just how much his regen factor works.
As you kind of like just as he's following after you, keeps trying to grab it as you continue just obliterating him every few seconds. Honestly, even at almost 500 plus damage, he does not seem to go down. Even no matter what you do, disintegrating him down to atoms, he still seems to reform, seemingly taking pleasure every time.
Maybe the only way to kill them is sensory deprivation.
You hear the guy shout out to Azurus, "Please, Captain, make me sensory deprived."
Well, I know one way to get rid of this bullshit. And I just fucking send him to the stratosphere.
You hear him scream in utter pleasure. Everyone give me a since you're all being moved by Floor Snap, give me a reflex save. You're gonna jerk everyone out off to the side as fluids start raining down.
22.
Thankfully, Floor Snap manages to pull you all to the side. Unfortunately, the wagon does not move quick enough and gets covered in a thick substance that makes the top of the wagon very starchy after a few moments.
Not the pumpkin.
What was that, Floor Snap?
Anybody else smell bleach?
Why do I smell the sea?
Last page looks up and goes, "I smell pineapple."
I don't want to smell anything anymore.
There's grabs one of the tentacle leather strips that have been processed and kind of plugs it on up his nose.
As I said, why does it smell like the sea? I look at Captain Azurus.
Hey,
huh?
Hey, I haven't been on the sea in a while.
Wrong.
It wasn't me.
Wrong kind of sea.
I don't know. It smells like Crumb's bunk.
I get a feeling there's a lot of discharged semen around here.
It just smelled familiar.
Oh no!
Oh god, we're going down the rabbit hole.
Remember, he had his little box near mine. Regrettably, I kept kicking him out, but he'd always find his way back into my quarters.
Oh, I bet he did. I bet he did.
He was tenacious about penetrating your box.
Every morning, Azurus woke up feeling like he'd been massaged all night. His back, his arm, feeling great. He was even oiled. He just thought it was a racial thing. Like that his people just naturally oiled themselves in their sleep.
I don't think so. I lived a long life before I came across Crumb.
Crumb just kept on giving you 5 nights at Diddy's.
Every night, he just got a long massage. It was enough for him. But one day...
Alright, but now that we've uncovered fucking Azurus' trauma, I guess I swing by a fucking psychotherapist. Just drop him off for the next 2 years. My god.
You think that'd be enough? You think?
So we're just talking the sexual abuse that you apparently have been through.
I never took no for an answer.
To be fair, when you're fully asleep and he's oil massaging you, that's a whole new statement. Oh man.
He kept slipping through my fingers with how oiled up he was.
Even worse with the cat hair. Oh man, oiled cat hair is not a pleasant feeling on the skin or in the hands. Oh man.
Or in the tongue.
Worst kind of experience, but why can I never...
It's not the kind of pussy I like eating.
That's not what I meant when I told him that. Oh, man. All right. God damn, we're gonna... Thank God we're past the first 5 minutes. No one's listening anyways. All right. Whew, fuck. Yeah, YouTube administrators didn't care. Go ahead.
So at the last page has a lot more fun of the Ivory Arcade. What's his opinion on what's the info on the Vane Quarter? Is that just sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
You didn't ask him.
Well, he's right there. I think he's just going to.
Aye, the last page. What be your opinion on the Vane Quarter?
Kind of looks at you, still kind of annoyed at you from the comment earlier. And looks about and goes, well, I mean, for a pirate such as yourself, you'll be right at home. They're used to taking booty without questions asked, as I'm led to understand. I have never actually gone down in the area, as it's not to my interest, but they are very good at funneling visitors towards whichever desire is strongest in their hearts. I recommend not following the glow, as it'll cause an itch that will never go away.
Uh-oh.
I think on the mortal plane they call it glowing blue balls.
No! My balls are already blue!
Oh, they'll shine as if you've been pondering them, as the wizard joke goes, as he gives a slight smile. God damn it, Floor Snap.
So it's an area that kind of leads you to your desires. Now, is it any desires, or more the carnal ones?
He looks at you and goes, well, from my understanding, it's whatever is your heart's strongest desire. Most people find themselves led by that which is carnal because they seek intimacy in a way that they couldn't get in their mortal life. As he kind of like points to Ned with his chin and goes, that one, as an example, would probably be more tempted by seeing his pet revived, I imagined.
Sounds like a place for suckers.
He nods. It is easy to lose your soul coin there, as many pockets move about.
But it appears from what you said that the Ivory Arcade is best if we're trying to search for information.
True. More merchants, more dealings, more information is offered, but I must warn, they are quite stingy with their prices here. Everything costs your soul, if you will, and very few can afford it.
Like, just kind of like start rolling like some of my soul coins on the back of my fingers. Like, well, luckily I've got a bunch of other guys' souls, so.
He nods. Goes, well, if you wish to go down the Ivory Arcade, I can guide you to a couple of shops I'm familiar with.
I'd like to see if I can find anything about that hag queen or whatever her name is. Vitra?
Kind of ponders for a moment as the DM quickly looks through his list of things. Let's see.
Because I know it's not Mitra. That's the Ella Ugbo one. I think
Vitra, correct.
Vitra was the one.
Yes, you are correct. It is Vitra. He kind of nods and says, well, you could try the Mirror Maker. This might come in handy. Beyond that, I'd say the Binding Thread would be the other business we'd want to stop on, and both offer magical items of different values. Binding Thread prefers gifts to those who don't know what they need yet, is a good way of explaining their marketing. The Mirror Maker likes to hand you items that will guide you where you need to be. A Binding Thread.
I might want to go there. See if someone can get rid of a certain thing that's been attached to me that I want to get rid of.
Last
I
page.
can cut off your tail if you want.
Hey, honestly, the Mirror Maker might be able to have knowledge on how to get rid of your affliction.
Last page kind of looks back. Concern in his eyes, staring down at War's waist.
No, not there, you dingbat.
Kind of looks up at you and goes, you said you were a sailor. I just figured.
No,
He
I'm
don't
a
have the
mercenary. I just happened to be a sailor for a while.
Hey, I met a man once that said he was a sailor and a mercenary, and he enjoyed fish a little more than the average. So you never know. Everyone has a walk of life.
That's how you
Swim
get your
test.
tail.
Basically, it's my box tendency that I like to
Your box.
I want to get rid of. Shut up, Captain. Jeez.
You see, as Azurus is kind of looking at you, his eyes are starting to glimmer pink. As Florsnap and Wara, as you both notice, seemingly cackling and laughing at anything that Wara says.
Hey now.
You're a rock star? Get your game on? I too am a fan of Smash Mouth. What does that have to do with anything?
Hey, this time your mouth is gonna get smashed. Heyo!
Oh, okay. But Wara, yeah, as you say this, looking back at him, yeah, you see as his eyes kind of glimmer with pink, and he starts just cracking terrible jokes.
And someone's under the effect of something.
Well, where's this is a tricky subject. Where do we stand the best chance of not being molested or enslaved for sleep?
Last Pitch kind of looks up and goes, well, I mean, assuming Azurus there is dispelled of his overwhelming lust that's about to take him as the city's influence takes hold of him, I would watch, your backsides to him if I were you, when that does happen here in a moment. There is the Sighing Palace, nice restaurants. I've been told that the Ember Cream there is quite delicious. There's the Ember Veil suits, nicer, highly crafted, as I'd put it, in. And the House of Red Hours. Yeah, it's a brothel.
I see.
Mm-hmm. But it's cheap, and the wine, the rot wine's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'll go for the first one.
He nods. Shall we head there first, or shall I take you to the shops that you'd be interested in?
I figure the shops first. I'm hungry, but I like to let my appetite kick up a notch.
He nods. Azurus, give me a will save.
I have a prepared action to put him in a headlock.
That man has a little fun, and then he's got to make a will save to not become a sex monster.
Oh, hey, I said it's the city of lust. I never said it was the city of sex.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Correct.
Let's see. That'll be a 33.
Azurus, your eyes kind of clear from the cloudiness. The sea that you were seeing, the grand ship you were sitting on or standing upon, it kind of dissipates. Your crew members look like they do again, with their attire from their sailing days. Now back to what they look as back as when you were in Moors. And seemingly, Wara has stopped making jokes.
Oh. Lock in, Azurus. Here to find information on how to get your wife back.
As Wara whispers under his breath, I ain't eating anything with the word cream in it. Understandable, fair.
What about some fiery eclairs?
That could be fun if they're the same ones I remember.
Yeah, right. The last page though starts kind of moving the cart down the ivory arcade though, and as he does, kind of looks back at you lot as you're continuing to surf and goes, so you said the mirror maker was of your interest first, or did you want to go to the binding thread?
I'm fine with going to either first, but why don't we just do the mirror maker, get it out of the way?
Yes.
Nods.
Can you remind me? My mind seems to drift with all of this.
Hunger?
Why is there so much fog?
Oh, the everlasting smoke. It's Lady Cupidus's pipe that she smokes. It emanates throughout the entire city as an effect to keep individuals calmed, relaxed, and hungry. I believe the general thought process is for the weaker-minded, it will keep them from trying to kill each other.
Like flex and just kill like a random passerby.
As you watch as he kind of reforms and looks at you and like suddenly starts humping the air at you as he smiles, trying to see if you'll come towards him.
No, not the air humps. No, those are too powerful.
There's 12
right.
of them. Go ahead.
No.
Okay, now then, explain what the fuck is going on with my ability to kill things.
Oh, those who have given up their souls to Lady Cupidus, being mostly the devils and some minor demons here and there, as well as a few other creatures, basically that serve her, their souls their soul coins are drawn on for power in exchange for their given immortality while within her domain. Basically, inside this city, they're impossible to kill, and they can do what they wish. However, the downside is, from my understanding, is they feel the entirety of the experience, and for the newly coined, or pacted, as I like to call them, to Lady Cupidus, it cannot be the most fun feeling experience. To those who've been around for ages, it's about the only pleasure they get anymore.
You just see like a truly like forlorn, crestfallen look on Snap's face as he realizes you can't kill pit fiends in this city.
No, but they can kill him.
I mean, hey, if the pit fiend doesn't belong to the Lady of Lust, you still can.
As Vicar like wetly cuts through one of the aboleth tentacles in the background, hearing a loud splish at that sound, or as you say that. Yep.
Don't give me hope. I'm pretty sure I'm just screwed here.
I mean, there's always going to be visitors to this city. I guess you just have to go to the places where the tourists are. And that's where you'll find your marks.
I just like eyeball the top of, or like upwards. It's like, so how far up is the city technically?
Well, my understanding is it's he kind of looks up and goes, well, if he hasn't fallen back down yet, either he found it or it goes on pretty far, I'd assume. I've never tested it.
Maybe he got stuck to a stalactite.
This is anything like the small plains of greed, or gluttony, sorry. There is a membrane of sorts, if you go far enough up, that just goes elsewhere, I guess.
He nods and goes, well, maybe. I mean, Lady Cupidus is far stronger than the Baron of Gluttony, but you might be correct.
Yep, through the glass mirror's place.
The Mirror Maker.
Ah, that one.
He kind of nods and goes, as he fully kind of stares up at the sky, looking for the individual you had flung, and kind of continues like ushering the creature this forward.
I'm a good problem solver.
As you continue through, you watch as the road seems to morph in front of you and change and shift as the buildings kind of change shape. The road kind of curves, and as you kind of follow it along. Finally, you come to an almost dead-end road that seems to come to a pretty abrupt stop. The street lights, these large Mobius-like, and I don't mean fucking shit. I forget the name of it.
Matrix.
Matrix. Thank you. I had Neo in my head, but I couldn't remember the movie.
Morbius.
Yes. These giant, 10-foot tall dildos, just blackened, made of basalt or slate, that have been kind of carved with glimmering lights at the end that seem to cause the veins that have been unnecessarily carved into it to glimmer as well every once in a while, like a pulsating light that seems to illuminate the streets almost completely, even as an almost artificial nighttime kind of starts to settle over the town. As though you kind of come to this dead end, the last page kind of stops as you see this building that seems to be quite large, about 3 stories tall, many massive gemstone windows that, as you kind of look through, seem to have huge mirrors kind of displayed with price tags almost everywhere. Inside, you can kind of see what looks to be a give me a second. I'm pulling up my name list here. Ah, yes. You can see a gnome-looking or a dwarven-looking individual. It's kind of skinny, a very short beard. It's white as he kind of smiles up at you, seeing you out through the window. He walks over to the door as this massive, almost 15-foot door kind of opens up. The door handle is kind of shaped like little knobs as he smiles and kind of looks over at you a lot and goes, "Hello, my name is Zels. I am the runner of the Mirror Maker. Some people call me Zelm, some people call me Zels. Your choice on that," as he smiles.
Well met, Zels. My name?
Azurus.
My name is Azurus.
I'm familiar with you. You gave the Ironheart Merchant Company what for in the mortal plane? I'm a fan, as he holds his hand out to shake.
Detect magic?
Okay. Are you casting that, or are you asking if he's casting that? Okay. Smart man. Never shake an individual's hand that you don't know. He does have a magical aura. I'll give you that the first round. He only has 1. And as far as potency, it is strong in comparison to yours. And then as far as it goes, as you kind of like awkwardly stare at him for another 6 seconds, a total now 18 seconds, just kind of passing as you kind of look at him eerily. He does not have any magical items on him, but if you would like to give me a spellcraft check, please.
Sure. Where is it?
This will kind of give you an idea of either his favored magic school he uses or his class, potentially.
19.
19. This dude is a bard. What kind of bard, you're not sure, but you can definitely sense, based on the detect magic, his seemingly what he seems to be giving off is, especially as you start to look at the fact that he doesn't seem to be carrying any weapons or any items of sorts as a spell focus.
All right.
You're not far off.
I'll shake his hand.
He smiles. He shakes your hand and goes, "Fantastic to meet you as well. The pleasure is truly mine. Probably poor words in these fanciful lands, but I hope that you'll bless my store with your presence."
I definitely intend on searching for some information if you have it.
Of course, as he ushers you in and kind of goes, "Are your friends on the floating aboleths coming in as well?"
I don't know. Are you, gents?
Hi, come down.
I just float in on the aboleth.
Nods as he guides you in and goes, "Just remember, if you break it, you bite, and if you also manage to break it, I'll be impressed." As he guides you into the shop, into this massive room of just mirrors and a pretty simple white stone floor. The mirrors themselves each have different frames and designs to them. Some seemingly with gold, platinum, silver, oventium, adamantine, mithril, all different kind of designs and sigils. But as he kind of walks you through, he kind of walks you over to the back area behind his little desk that he's kind of set up in the center of the floor. And as he walks you to the back of the building, he kind of he points to 2 items and goes, one sitting kind of on a shelf, a silver-framed hand mirror that seems to glimmer as the glass as he holds the glass up, and the gemstone kind of implemented in the center of it seems to almost glow immediately. And goes, "Now this will tell you is called a hand mirror of best intentions. On occasion, it will tell you about the sight of someone you love. On other occasions, it can cause unique flashes to the most horrendous fates someone you love can face. But you look," as he kind of smiles at Azurus and kind of puts his hand, not on Azurus' shoulder, because this guy is about 5 foot in total height. but more like around Azurus's like almost his ass, like just above it as he kind of like leans over and goes, "This seems like the item you would most want, Captain. It just feels like something you would need."
Mm-hmm. And the other.
Oh, yes, let me show you as he kind of takes the hand mirror and sets it down. This large, ornate wall mirror is called the Mirror of Accurate Regret. I'm pretty sure you could figure out what it does.
Does it show my biggest regrets?
Why would it do that? That'd be pointless. It shows you the best possible versions of your life that you didn't choose.
Ah,
As you kind of stand in front of it and you see yourself like shaking hands with James and suddenly like walking away with huge bags of money under you as you like go and paint the Ironheart Merchant Company symbol on your flag, working under James, and see yourself become the most prosperous individual pirate in the world.
God, I could never.
So it just kind of looks at it.
Right, he's the other version of myself is a fucking sellout.
Those kind of smile. No. I promise this is a accurate telling of what would have been your greatest future for what you regret most about right now. It seems to be you regret being broke. Which, as he looks back at Snap and War and goes, I hope one of you has some money. I assumed the great Captain Azurus would be wealthy, but if I'm mistaken, kind of like leans away from Azurus and kind of starts to kind of shimmy up next to Wara.
You never even told me the price.
Oh, the hand mirror is 90 soul coins, or soul coin fragments. I'll take either. The mirrors, the of accurate regret, is about 500 soul coin fragments.
I'll take
quick,
the hand
you
mirror.
What? What was the first time?
I want to stand in front of the mirror of accurate regrets.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It shatters.
Floor Snap, you see yourself on a throne. Golden mixed with platinum, little rubies, and like the design of each of the different and most powerful slotty kind of skulls kind of implemented at the top, looking on out into a massive field of bloodied skulls as you sit upon the throne. No, nothing survives, no creatures, just the sound of thunder, the occasional shot of lightning, and heavy rain and dark clouds overhead as just absolute silence seems to sit over the world as you sit there on your throne. Old, wizened, but immensely powerful.
This thing's fucking broken. That's just showing my future.
Zelos kind of stops and goes, not entirely. Potentially, I imagine. Potentially. Now, as to your interest, as you say you were, as he kind of like shimmies back over to Azurus, you said you were interested in one of the items?
I would like to purchase that hand mirror of yours.
Of course. Here, please allow me, as he kind of pulls it down and like starts wrapping it in this like thick, shiny paper and like wraps a bow around it and goes, a gift such as this deserves proper wrapping for the lady in your life that you want to give this to. I can only imagine she must be truly a looker to have given you such a charm as that, as he points to your necklace.
I'm not wearing the one that I got last session. I'm keeping on me because I have the other necklace that I have.
Mm-hmm.
That my other tier.
Yep.
The other half of your wife.
Yes. Yeah, my second wife. Yes. The love who gave me this. I'm hoping to use this to find her.
I fully believe you will do so. If she's down here, though, I will hope that she's not here. It was a terrible thing to find out when my ex-wife was down here.
I hope she's not down here. Last time do you know anything about the hag Vitra?
Of course.
She has my wife.
Oh. Well, that's, condolences to you, but hey, at least you're already dead, so you don't have to hear about how she was tortured and tormented until she was crudely killed.
I'm not dead yet.
raises an eyebrow and goes, "Oh, you're one of those! Ah, yes. You still have a chance to get out. I wish you the best in your quest to regain your love and take back the world from whatever evil sent you down here." As he kind of like turns and over to Floor Snap and kind of walks away. So is he nuts, or is he like delusional about this woman?
Do you want your 90 coins?
Oh yes, please. Here, thank you.
Do you want your fucking money or not?
I appreciate your business, Captain Azurus. Please feel free to tell all your friends about us especially if they're going to die, and come down here if you manage to get back to the mortal plane.
I'll be sure. Thank you for your business.
Well, thank you, as he smiles.
And so what was that item called again?
It is the Hand Mirror of Best Intentions. I'm going to send it to you in the background as we speak, good sir. I already have it written out.
I have one more very cheeky thing that I wish to do.
That's fair. One sec. Yes. Okay.
You know, to me,
Mhm.
I have the spell reincarnate. I was half tempted to reincarnate Ned.
Bad
to get-
idea. Bad idea.
You do not want to go pissing on another god's property.
Yep.
I could.
You would die.
Alright. Yeah. I'm already in hell.
Yeah, you're not dead in hell. There's a big fucking difference. It's a lot easier for us to leave.
Hey, it'll kill Azurus quicker.
He kind of, though the Zels kind of looks over at you and goes, "Now, how may I be of assistance, good sir?"
Yeah, nephew. Keep the men entertained. As I like, kind of like shimmy over to the mirror of accurate regrets and just kind of, I'd force Sin's wail to look at it.
Ooh. That is a good choice. However, it does nothing, unfortunately, as the mirror just seems to glimmer for a moment, and then just continues to show you your current reflection and your current situation.
I just tap the fucking sword and say, "See, you should be more cooperative. This is apparently your fullest potential."
Sword stays quiet.
Well, it was interesting meeting you.
Sales kind
Take
of
care.
looks over at you and goes, "Yeah, of course. I appreciate," as he kind of like looks or kind of walks over with, or walks back from talking to Warren and looks between the three of you and goes, "If you need anything else, I'm happy to help you around town. I'm always getting new shipments of interesting magical items, and I'm always big on making mirrors of some sort, so I'm always happy to sell."
What sort of mirrors do you make, by chance?
All kinds.
What kind of things do they do?
All kinds of things. Oh, we lost a Warren.
Can you be more specific? I'm unfamiliar with how a lot of magic mirrors work.
Well, I mean, I can make them see your reflection. Ooh, okay, hold up one sec. Wara's internet just died. I just want to sell the 5 aboleth bodies, please. I got you. Kind
Yeah, a
of.
lot of internet issues amongst me and War today.
I know, right? Kind of, though, Zels kind of looks at you and goes, well, my mirrors can see displeasures, pleasures. I can detect thoughts. I can detect the truth. I can see, reflect the truth of other individuals, their spells. I mean, you name it, I can usually put it into a mirror of some sort.
Do you have a mirror that I could potentially use to see through the eyes of another?
No, that's more of a goggles thing.
No, like, I see the mirror kind of shows a projection of what someone else sees. With maybe like an item that they once owned or is from them to connect them.
Kind of takes a second and goes, "Oh, I need to fix that. That's a will save." It kind of looks at you and goes, I mean,
Like, if I either wanted to see what my wife sees, or see what Vitra sees.
Cat takes a second and goes, well, I could do something. Maybe. It would cost quite a bit, but yeah, I could make that if you wish. If they were looking into a mirror, if they had a mirror near them, I could reflect what they saw, or I could reflect what their soul sees. Yeah.
How much would an item like that cost?
Your happiness, or I will take 700 soul coin fragments.
Question, Dan. How many fragments are in a full coin? Or is every soul coin a fragment?
That is correct, and that is also incorrect. Basically, every soul coin is a fragment, but not every fragment is a soul coin. Fragments vary because it depends on the individual town and city. Some break their soul coins up into fourths, some break them into eighths, don't break them up at all. So some territories call a whole soul coin a fragment, some call, an eighth of one a fragment. It very much varies town to town from what you've seen.
So they have made this the most pain in the ass possible.
Literally, yes, on purpose, because it's fucking hell. What do you expect? It's supposed to be annoying.
It's like, man, the petty annoyance of hell is really something they undersell.
I based it off the English pound, okay, from the famous days of the Royal Navy. Yes, that's what I was looking into, because I built this system around the same time I got into some anime that had a cool economic episode.
Yes. Hell, aka the English Isles.
The English bureaucracy, yeah.
Gotcha. So in relation, how much would a full fragment be versus an eighth or a 16th in this town's currency?
I will take half of a coin as a fragment.
Gotcha.
And looks at you and goes, with an eyebrow raised and goes, "Oh, you're new to hell. My apologies. You're supposed to haggle and negotiate now."
Oh, I'm supposed to haggle and negotiate.
Yes, that's how we do business here. That's the only way I enjoy this process, in fact.
Oh, well, so instead of 700 was your price, and you said it was essentially 2 fragments as a coin, which would be about 350 of my full coins. So, how about I give you 275?
He is starting to get slightly erect as he's kind of rubbing his pants and kind of looks up at you and goes, 295.
295 is a better offer. But how about we take it down a notch just a little more to, how about a 280?
And it seems to really start to get red in the cheeks and starts to breathe heavy and goes, 285.
Why don't we sweeten it just a bit more with a 282?
He nods at that and goes, "You've got yourself a deal," as he seems to slightly moan as he holds his hand out to you.
And I put the 282 coins in his hand.
As you do, he takes the coins and smiles as he walks over to his table as he starts going through them and goes, is there anything else I can do for you? As he kind of looks over at you seductively, Azuras.
I might be back later. Don't worry, if I think of something, I'll be sure to haggle with you some more.
I look forward to it. As he gives you a look and gives you a smirk. And goes back, starts pouring into a set as he starts working on a mirror. The smell of hot mercury kind of beginning to emanate through the room. It's not toxic, shockingly, but it's not good to smell. as Wara kind of pulls back and heads out into the back to the cart.
Oh, could I commission the mirror as well?
He looks up at you and goes, kind of breathing heavy, and goes, "What are you thinking? What do you wish?"
I want to know the thoughts of someone looking into the mirror, what they were willing to communicate, and whether or not they are saying true to me. It can be entirely voluntary. I imagine that makes the magic easier.
He nods. I won't haggle with you. You asked for something simple. I have something in the back. I'll have it ready for you once you return for the other.
You won't haggle with me. Come now. We should haggle about haggling.
He shrugs at you and goes, "I do not find interesting simple orders. Your value is under 10 soul fragments. It's not worth committing any interest to. I'll take it out of what I earned off him," as he nudges his chin towards Azurus, and then goes, "and we will call it even."
All right. Just to ensure that, well, this is possible. I start pulling out the painting. That's what I want to make sure I can communicate with.
He kind of looks at the painting and then raises an eyebrow and goes, "I can't make a painting talk to you."
Oh, it's already sentient.
"Sure, And I am the king of Moors."
You make fucking mirrors that are quasi-sentient. At least they can tell you the future. Why is this?
Yes, but who paints a sentient creature into a fabric? That just seems idiotic, and very self-indulgent. Talk about someone who is obsessed with themselves.
Well, it's trapping a fae, so there's that.
Sure it is. And next you're going to tell me that you're the great Buffoni who destroyed the world and caused all the chaos and pissed off like Lady Cupidus and half the other powerful figures of Moors.
Who's that?
And she looks at you and goes, "Oh, you new people. Will it make you feel better if I haggle with you?"
Well, sure, but more importantly, who's this this fellow that destroyed the world? All those bits and bobs?
Yes.
Sounds important.
It's nothing. It happened a long time ago. I wasn't even alive during then. I've just heard things here and there, and you catch a couple things.
Is Lady Cupid still looking for that guy? Sounds like it could be a payday.
Kind of looks at you and goes, "Not to my knowledge. This happened so long ago. I imagine she's over it. I was back when she was a size 2. Now she's a proud size 24.
Which direction?
Kind of gives a grim smile and goes, "Yeah, that was the question that everyone had at first."
Although, but yes, just make sure whatever it is, it's capable of speaking across languages. I intend to try and learn the language of Fae from this thing. Whether you think you can, you think I can or not, immaterial.
He kind of pulls his finger back down as he's about to object and goes, "You want to waste your coin? I'm more than happy to take it. Let's make it 12 to make you feel better."
Why not? Hey, if you do a good enough job, I've recently discovered a talent for exorcism. Maybe I can kill your ex-wife.
I've tried so hard and so many times. But there's always a man named Jamal there.
Do you want me to kill your ex-wife's boyfriend too?
Oh no, I was sleeping with him too, to be fair.
Oh, do you just want him to yourself?
No, he's a bastard. He told me he loved me.
I see.
And I found out my wife had sucked him off the same night, 2 hours before I showed up.
And this is bad?
Yes, I was supposed to be the first. That jealous bitch. As he glares off into the distance.
I just kind of nod and just start slowly fading in the background. Say, I think you're the one doing the haggling. This place is fucking weird.
Taking your painting with you as you kind of go out the back door.
I just look at the painting and imagine the fucking Fae is just having a time of his life laughing at me.
God damn it. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. As you huh?
And just give him a small glare. It's all right, you sassy bitch.
Wait, to Sin's whale?
No, no, the painting.
Oh, to the painting. Okay, got you. I was wait, hold up. Yeah, alright, go ahead, sorry.
That was it.
Okay. As you all kind of head out, as the guy kind of watches Azurus with more interest than, probably Azurus is comfortable with, feeling the sleazy eyes checking him out, all from behind. As you all head into the streets, I'm going to ask, since Wara's internet's down, and last time it took him about 2 hours to get his internet back up, do we want to wrap here, or do we want to keep going? Or do we want to take a quick 30-minute break and see if he comes back?
Well, so, if we do stop off here, I'm not going to be entirely opposed. I do have to work at 4 a.m. I have to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning to go to work.
Life of a sailor. Gotta take all them
truly.
semen.
Dude, I take all the semen. You got no idea.
Oh my.
I mean, it's a salty situation, I imagine, but go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, maybe we could give it to 45.
Okay, I could see that.
And then if nothing, then I'd say then we could probably call it.
You cool with that, Floor Snap?
Yeah, I mean, there's some roleplay bits that I wanted to get done that, it's, I think, maybe better if it didn't take a bunch of actual session time. That would be fun.
I think
because I want to crack into Whale, or Sin's Whale and stuff.
I think it's more fun when we have a whole party here to kind of react and deal with it as well, though, in my opinion. So, I'll say this. I think the compromise is fair, right? The 15 minutes, and then that way, worst case, the whole party gets to experience lust in its truly experienced situation.
I'm having a great time.
But, we want to make sure the party's here to kind of enjoy it and do the stupidity as well as help when the sword inevitably releases a demon to kill the entire party. So yeah, we'll take a quick 15. For those watching at home, this might be the end of the episode. If it is, we'll do the outro almost here immediately back after the jump cut. And for the players, we'll take a quick 15. So one moment and... Alright, well, unfortunately, it looks like Wara's internet has not recovered, and due to agreement by the party that we want to kind of run things with the party if possible, and 2 members, while fun, we want to make sure that we get as many people here to enjoy the unique experience of a major city in wars as possible. So, with that, we're going to end session there today. We'll pick up right basically where we just left off. With the party heading off to wherever they want to go next after having commissioned these 2 mirrors. So with that, we thank you all for watching. We hope you have enjoyed, and we will see you all next time around.